of all, congratulations on being our newest addition to the Acumentis board. We're extremely proud to have you and excited to have you join us. So we're curious to learn what got you on this journey of being a board member.
That's a really interesting question. I think it's the challenge of being a board member. It's being able to take a strategic view for an organisation and really be part of assisting it to drive it to great success.
Do you think being a woman on a board brings in a different set of skills to steer an organisation to prosperity?
Yes, completely. I think it's really important to have a female perspective on a board because at the board level we represent so many different stakeholders, both men and women on a board makes such a difference to really understand who our target markets are, who our shareholders are. So really important.
Yeah, excellent. Could you tell me about a woman who challenged the status quo who inspires you?
There's a couple of people that I'd refer to here. In a really simple local sense, I've met some women who attended university who are now in their 80s and 90s, and I think they have really challenged the status quo because it would have been a hard road for them at the time. And then another woman, having watched a movie all about her life, would be Margaret Thatcher, who I think is really inspiring as to what she did and particularly the era that she did it in.
Absolutely. Excellent. Tell me about a time where you have challenged the status quo in the business world.
I think one of my early board appointments when I was appointed to the board of the Queensland Abattoir Corporation. So not only was I the only female on the board, but I was also expecting my second child while I was on the board as well. And there were some fairly older men on that board, to be polite. So yeah, I certainly challenged the status quo there.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever lied or done something naughty to get a job?
Well, if I refer back to that time, I did know that I was going to be up against, it was an interviewed board role, and I was going to be up against quite a few other people, particularly men. So I wore my brightest red dress because I decided I wanted to stand out from the crowd.
Absolutely, and it clearly worked for you. What empowers you? So something fun and then something more on a more serious note.
So the thing that really empowers me is what I do outside of my board life, and that is competing in cycle races. So I find that having a complete mind shift to do something that is highly competitive, takes a level of skill and concentration, is really empowering. And then on a serious note is preparation. I find that the more prepared I am, then that drives my confidence level, and I think that I come from a position of feeling empowered.
Yeah, excellent. What was one thing you learned as a woman in business that you wish you'd learned earlier?
To have a voice, to ensure that I trust my instinct, to really, really trust female intuition. It doesn't ever let me down, but to trust it and have a voice with it.
Excellent, thank you. So we're going to do a rapid fire round now. So I'll say a word or a phrase and you tell me the first thing that pops into your head. All right. Your first crush?
Bradley at primary school.
Your comfort food?
Bread.
Your job?
My job? Board director, guide, I guess, guidance, input.
Jacinta Ardern?
A woman to be admired, copied, and there's a little bit of Jacinta Ardern in all of us. Just let her out.
Love it. Your favourite movie?
A few. Love Actually would certainly be one. I've got lots of favourite movies.
That's all right. Your happy place?
Happy place, I would say, would be cycling.
Yep, excellent. So do you have any last word for us here on International Women's Day that you'd like to share?
Trust yourself. As a woman, just trust yourself, but also make sure that in your journey that you quietly put your hand in the back of another woman and guide her through as well. You'll get more out of that by doing that than what you give.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That was brilliant.
Pleasure.
So good.